You said once we know where we want to go, getting there will be so much easier. When will we know where we want to go?
Anytime. In school, to begin with the school, we'll be talking among the students, young people, to say what kind of world they would like to have. Just imagination. I think imagination is the biggest power we have. And I tell the young people, I said, you get mesmerized by the science fiction. Beautiful thing, what's happening. You go another planet, another galaxy, another thing with instantaneous transporters, you move from here to other. So many things. You know what? Science fiction actually leads science and technology. What you are seeing in the science fiction today, 20 years later, you'll see in the real thing. These mobile phones were in the science fiction long back. And now today it's in our pocket. And everything that we see in the science fiction, someday it will happen because it triggers the imagination of the people who are designing things. Why not like this? Why not like this? That imagination is the power. There is science fiction. I said, unfortunate thing is there is no social fiction. Why can't we think about society which is completely different than what we would like to have? And we'll have a beautiful series running in our television set. It's social fiction. That is a completely missing part. I said, why did you write social fiction? If you write social fiction, I guarantee you it will happen. Because your imagination has led the way. Imagination is what moves people forward. Not seeing what the reality. Reality is old-fashioned thing. It will be there. But imagination, what it could have been, what it should be. And then you say, why not? Let's make it happen. And suddenly it will happen. So I said, if you imagine, most likely it will happen. If you don't imagine, no chance it will happen. It will happen accidentally, without your any contribution. But imagination is the one which will drive you there. So that's the period that the young people get them the education, and they get them during the youth, encourage them to imagine things, challenge things. Imagination is a challenge. You're defying the reality. It's not easy, defying the reality. You defy them, and you make it systematic. If you do this, something will happen like this. If you do this, something happen like this. So you make it a systematic thing. And suddenly you see, yes, that makes sense. And you want to make it happen. So these are the way, it's young people. The young people has to discover the way to come to that life, the purpose of life. Most of us, purpose of life is to get a job, which is such a silly thing in the world, to get a job, which is the end of life. And literally end of life. Because you sacrifice everything for that job. And somebody bought you up. You're no longer yourself. So, when you're a free person, you think what the purpose of your life. What would you like to do? And you may not end up saying, I want to be the richest person in the world. Maybe you want to be just a common person, did wonderful things for the world. Possible. It's again wish. What is your wish about your life? Because there's only one life to live. You don't have a second chance. Unless you believe in the Indian mythology and the second birth and third birth and so on. But not necessarily as a human being. You could be rats and dogs and whatever incarnation you would like to have. But in reality, this is one life. And a very short life. In comparison with the rest of it, it's a very short life. And you have to get it done very quickly. And you have the enormous opportunity to get it done because of the technology, the power we have right now, unmatched in the history. So if you don't do it, this power is all wasted. You will just remain as another person, came and left, didn't do anything. Just survive, had a house, cars and whatever, but nothing relate to the rest of the world. So that's the challenge. I want to relate myself to the rest of the world. I want to leave my signature on this planet. I was here. And I tried my best. That's the spirit. And what is that best that I want to do? That's what the young people should be learning in the homes. Home is the most important place for education. And also at the schools and things, so that they see a purpose. Once you have the purpose, every piece will now come into the place. If you don't have a purpose, everything is just come and go. It doesn't have a place.